Okay, for all those that wonder how I do my stargazing, planet gazing, etc., this is what I use. Android. You can literally put it in any spot in the sky and it will line up with the constellation, planets, moon, whatever it is that you're trying to film. So what we're going to do now here is we're going to go out and film Sirius. And I'm going to show everyone what Sirius actually is. It's going to blow your mind. In fact, it's going to really blow your mind. Kind of looks like a horse. Anyway, here we are. Low on the horizon, just like you saw on the Android. But the only problem is it's very easy to zoom in with my camcorder. I haven't really got it only maybe about not quite halfway. And we shouldn't be seeing it blinking as we are right now. This is not an atmospheric distortion, as NASA and other amateur stargazers might want you to believe. Something that is 8 light years away should not have a continuous flash. That's not what we've been led to believe in school or in astronomy. If it takes 8 years for something to get here from another solar system or etc., we should not be seeing it doing what you're seeing it do right now. And not only that, putting out this kind of color. And in having this kind of a intensity, see, now you can actually see if we were, saying this is an atmospheric anomaly, well, look at the flashes that it's creating against the upper atmosphere. Okay? Which tells you, or should tell you, that, hey, wait a minute, that shouldn't be doing that. This thing is very close. Yes, everyone, what you're looking at is just another celestial sun. Its origins are from within our sun. It's been here for a very long time. I know this is going to be hard for you. Look at that baby go. Wow. Amazing how that thing flashes. That should tell you right there that no, this isn't coming from 8 or 10 light years away. Alright? So the trick is on these bigger ones that are in the constellation areas is you gotta get in on them like this, and you gotta look for there's 4 dark matter chambers. There's 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom, and 2 on the sides. Now the way this baby's cranking out the light, well, that's not going to be very easy to do. So what I'm going to end up having to do here is slow some of this footage down so you can actually see the dark matter chambers as they do their work. Some people can see them. I can see them because I know exactly how to look. But they spin very fast. The top and the bottom ones kind of like, they look like they bob back and forth. The ones that are on the sides, well, they spin. It's like taking your arms and spinning them around, separately in circles as fast as you can go. And it's literally throwing that dark matter and light matter out of its containment chambers at the speed of light. Okay, I have slowed this footage down to almost 10 times below the normal speed. After it quits bouncing around here, I want you to observe in between the flashes. It's kind of like trying to look at a machine gun when it's rapid firing continuously. Well, obviously you're not going to be able to see the barrel. All you're going to be able to see is the flashes. The trick is to wait for the light as it closes down on itself, becomes smaller, I guess would be the easier word to say. That is when the dark matter chambers become more visible, on the top and the bottom, and the two that are also on the sides. And also you'll notice when the flashes are in full bloom, you'll see what looks like little circles on the outside edges. And what this is actually a magnification of what the flash is actually revealing from where the flash came from. And it's like little holes that the light is blasted out in multicolors together in sequence with the dark matter chambers located on the top, bottom, and the sides. Please don't be alarmed at what I'm telling you, because there really isn't nothing to worry about. I mean, these things have been here since, well, the first civilizations that we know of have been recording them, all the way back into the ancient times of ancient Egypt. And I believe that these Egyptians, and the ones that were stargazers and supposed worshippers of the sun, I don't think they were worshiping the sun at all. I think they understood very well what was inside of our sun and where these star constellations actually derived from, along with our planets. And it was probably an understanding that was, since before 1633, I guess, if you want to Google something if you want to figure out why this is happening and why you're being told this, is because of the simple fact that something that happened, well, a few hundred years ago, and that was the universal belief that the sun revolved around the earth, not the other way around. This is a secret that isn't being kept by the American government. It's being kept from all the people by all the governments to keep a lie going. And there's only one person that's capable of keeping a lie going, or an organization or corporation that is capable of influencing governments to keep this kind of a lie going. And that, unfortunately, I have to say, is the Vatican. They are the controllers within all religion, and they have the cooperation within all religions, even Islam. There's a lot of documented facts out there that show that, you go back 7,000 years and look at some of those ancient Sumerian tablets. The giant Pope sitting on his pedestal there, holding the ring of power and his staff. I'm sorry, but these things are very close to Earth. Very, very close to Earth. But as you can see, as the flashes are starting to calm down now, you can literally see in between that it's blasting out multicolored light and dark matter both at the same time. It's just this one's a little deeper out in space, in between the planets and the sun. If you actually go look at Google Earth a few weeks ago, you would have seen that Jupiter is transiting in front of our sun, and it was probably causing a lot of anomalies that people were getting on film. Even I did. I went out and filmed it, but I just haven't had time to upload it, because it takes me almost a day to render a video sometimes, and it takes a whole nother day to upload it. That's how YouTube is, become so user-friendly, as many of us already know. But it's just amazing. That is not a star. It becomes quite evident when you've been given an opportunity to have it explained to you in a different way that you really don't, or I should say that hasn't even been attempted to be explained for since 1633. If from 1633 on we would have all been around the universal belief that the sun revolves around the earth, etc., etc., well, this would be much more understood. These things are what's giving us our life, giving us the frequency of being physical If you've watched any of my earlier videos, it begins to become quite clear as to what function these stars are actually serving. And the same with the ones that are, in orbit around the moon, giving the moon light. And also here on Earth. I think the ones that are around Earth are just higher up in orbit. And here's the regular speed. You can see that that ain't no atmospheric distortion at the speed that baby's just cranking. Look at it go. Well, anyway, there's some stills in here where I tried to actually capture some of the, the dark matter chambers in between the blasts. It's not easy to do, like I said, when it's continuously firing, who knows how many times per second. It's very hard to tell. But I hope you enjoyed this video and hope it brings you closer to personal enlightenment. My next video, I will show, the facts are the facts. The sun and the moon are the same size. Jupiter is actually one of our smaller planets, and it has these light ships that you're seeing right here are actually what everyone has interpreted as the moons. It's kind of like you being told all your life the sky's black. Well, by the time you grow up and you go outside and you're shown the sky's blue, you're going to say, well, the sky's black. Same thing goes with Jupiter and its moons. But anyway, thank you very much for your time, and I hope I haven't wasted it, or at least you feel that I've wasted it. Please subscribe and help get the info out there to people. As hard as it is, it's going to have to be told for what it is, and that's the truth.